Hello, everybody! Breaking news. Okay, we got some more footage I put together. Villager Factory. Welcome to Villager Factory, which I'm starting to build. I'm using what I use in the R&D park. This is R&D, but this is just basically part for the factory. So I'm kind of putting it together here using this here particular ride. The thing with the other one I was using, the pod or the car that I was attaching to would turn. So if I put 2 or 3 of them on the same one, then they get a real weird. So it's easier just to use one car and use one of these characters per car that it's following with. And I thought it'd be, well, okay, if this is a factory, there's going to be a place where they got a bunch of them stored getting ready to ship out. So I thought I'd make like a shipping area. I'm thinking, now if I could do like my buddy did in his park, he's got that, the bus line. I could do something similar to that. Maybe use a truck and have them being hauled out a door, so that I can have the track come through, and that'd actually be a ride that you take through the factory. Because I want to do like I did in that other one, where there's different places where it'll look like they're being put together, and that when they go through and then they come out on the other side. But I haven't figured out how to get them so where it goes. But I'm coming up with something. It doesn't have to actually be put together, just give the impression that it's being put together. And that'd be the whole thing that I'm trying to... Well, because like for instance, this here ride, if you're riding in the car itself, you really don't see much. You're just on top of everything. Or if the one that goes below where it hangs, so you're down below, like where everything else is being built and stuff. I don't know. We're gonna work on that. But what I did here is I started with a brand new park right out of the box, and I started with the entrance there. I switched out the buses. No, I didn't really switch them out. I just changed the color of them. So they all got kind of similar, look like they're being dropped off there in the front of there's a whole park, could be the whole ride. You can put some shops in here. I already have dressing rooms. I have bathrooms, so I could put in a pool somewhere, which I plan on doing anyway. And I've got a few more of these here characters to build. Like for instance, I can create a witch. I could put let's see, the skeletons and the zombies and them. They're not actual villagers. They're just mobs, NPCs. So do I build an NPC section onto the factory that's just for villagers? Or I create a couple more different villagers to go along with, because like each villager, like each one has these different occupations. Each one has a different look. So when you go into town, you see the blacksmith. You can go and buy things from the blacksmith, or you can sell him stuff. And there might be things he needs that's going to get you a little bit extra cash. So that's what the villagers are doing. Because usually when you run into a town or a village, they usually got, like I said, one of the ones they usually do have the blacksmith. I can't remember if they're a certain color or if they're just, because I know their shop or the building that they have usually got a couple of different things in there that a blacksmith just used. But it's starting to come around though. I like the way this one is looking. going to do a little bit more. Like I said, I want to, because I seen he did a thing in his park that I'm looking for. He's got 13 chests I have to find on 2. But in the entrance to his park, he's got the buses going around. So like they're dropping people off and it goes in. I thought that was pretty cool. I could do something similar here. I could have the bus line come through, so I'll pass underneath the rails there. I'm not using any support because I'm planning to build some walls that will support all that. So, and then the thing I got to look at is how to get customers up or the guests up that high. I have to build a couple different platforms within the factory, using some of the animatronics that they have, different characters I can use, different poses, doing different things. Like they're actually putting on these villagers. I think that's so cool. It's just like, so like I said, I got creepers, I got the skeletons, you need zombies, there's those archers. There you go. I thought something was kind of missing in that spot. So there's a little villagers, which would be more the right scale for building. Maybe a little bit smaller. The big ones are too big for half. But it's easier to build them when they're big and they shrink them down. And that way you don't have to try to squeeze a little block in a little space. Render down into a smaller figure of what you use. There's my bathrooms. I got 2 bathrooms there, 2 bathrooms on the other side, and there's 4 dressing rooms. Well, you gotta have a dressing room in the factory so you can switch out of your civilian clothes, keep them nice and clean while you get your work clothes dirty. That's what you do. I worked in a few factories. Yeah, there's a couple there that you want to switch out your day clothes because they're not going to be present at the end of the night or end of the day. So I redid the entrance here. See, I'm getting better. Oh, script flip. Oh, well done, this. Good job, everybody. Looking good. Script flip. Cut, print, and post, but it did came on the shelf. Yelly Studios, still that old Grizz manager. Thank you for watching and thank you for following. Okay, slide this one down.